up? How are we all doing? Welcome back. What a finish that was to Brighton against West Ham. What a mad game that was at the end. Brighton, I didn't really feel Brighton deserved anything from that, did you? Let me know in the chat. I didn't think Brighton deserved anything from that. I thought West Ham were the better side. I thought West Ham were full value for the win, to be honest. And Nuno Santo will not only be kicking his, the team sat back and invited pressure, and I'm sure that will be frustrating for him as well. Maybe that was a directive from him. I don't know. But what I would say is you'd still be incredibly frustrated, not only that your team has let up that chance, but that the referee, even with a look back on VAR, still gives that horrendous decision. I can't wrap my head around it. I honestly can't. I feel like it's a really disappointing one from a Brighton perspective, from a West Ham perspective. You're going to look at it and think, that's just Brighton fans would not want that given at the other end, would they? They wouldn't want that goal to stand at the other end. That is a really, really poor, and they'll be counting the lucky stars, won't they? Let's be honest. I've had comments already on the live saying, it's an absolute handball, it's a disgrace, it's absolutely disgusting. It was dangerous. The overhead kick as well. Could the overhead kick have ruled the goal out? But the overhead kick, the handball, whatever reason you think it might have been disallowed, it definitely should have been disallowed, shouldn't it? So I'm sure Brighton will be, looking fortunate and thinking, well, we've managed to get a point in a game we probably didn't deserve a point. West Ham, that might be, maybe they might look back on that at the end of the season and think that might be the game that took us down, That might be the 2 points we needed to stay up. Who knows? I don't think it will be that bad. Nuno Santo seems to be getting a tune out of West Ham. But they're certainly down there. They're in the mire, aren't they? And it's in games like this where they need to have a little bit of a rubber. The rub of the green needs to go their way, and it hasn't today. But listen, we're focusing now on Fulham against Crystal Palace. It's a derby of sorts, isn't it, I guess? It's West London and South London. Fulham Palace. I'm not sure what to make of this one. Tony, you've just told me, teaching Tony in the chat. What do you think for this one? What prediction would I give? Who am I putting $10 American on? Well, I'm torn. I am very torn because my instinct would have been to go with Palace. I would have gone for a Palace away win. However, I'm going to bow to Jordan in the chat. Jordan's our Palace fan in the chat. He's a regular. He is adamant that this is going to be a really, really disappointing performance from Palace. He thinks that Fulham are there for the, they're going to take the 3 points today. So, yeah, no Munoz for Palace. No Sarr for Palace. That right-hand side's not going to be quite as good, and Ketty is playing in the 10. It's a difficult game, this one, to call. Could go either way. Could be a Fulham win, could be a Palace win, could be a draw. I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tony. I know you were looking for a clear prediction there, mate. Oh, go on. Don't be a shitbag, Key. Who am I going to say? Don't be a shitbag. Of course it can be any of those three things. What a stupid answer that was. Key, what prediction do you think? Well, it could be a draw. Could be a Fulham win. Could be a Palace win. Yeah, no shit, dickhead. I'll go Fulham win. I'm going to go Fulham win. Fingers in the draw. Balls in the draw. I'm going to go Fulham win. We'll see. Goliath, how's it going? Good to see you. Chimey, let's go Palace. 3-star Reds. A lovely chicken dinner just polished off. I had more legs than our entire team did yesterday. And 3-star Reds, no stuffing, no shell. Had enough of that yesterday as well. Forest fans in the chat not very happy with their performance yesterday against Everton. Oh my God, Westerlo. Westerlo 4, Anderlecht 0 in the Belgian Jupiler Pro League. Oh, here we go. Nuno Santo.
Why do you think that was the case that you yeah.
There you go.
That's your thought. I was going to get on the go.
Yeah.
It's a handball.
Yeah.
It's a handball. He's raging, isn't he?
Is it a referee?
No. Only just to speak with him.
Do you think that was the main factor today for you guys? Not
Yeah.
to get the win?
Yeah, and we missed a couple of chances that we had, clear ones. It was a good game.
Oh, I feel really sorry for him. I like him a lot, Nuno Santo. I like him a lot. I think he's a good manager. And you can see that the frustration is palatable on his face. You can see how angry he is, how let down he is by the officials. And there's not a person in the chat, there's not a single person in the chat who thinks that was the right decision. I don't think you'd find a Brighton fan. Honestly, I don't think you'd find a Brighton fan that would be happy with that. Like, they've got it, so they'll be delighted because they've got a point. You don't want that given. You don't want that goal given. Nobody wants that goal given. It's so bad for football if that goal gets given. Oh, really frustrating. But Nuno Santo is still fielding questions. He's still sharing his thoughts. And I'm pretty confident he'll just be thinking, well, if the handball doesn't get given, then the high kick probably should. Goliath says, I just don't see how it can be incorrectly given. I mean, you have the video right there. How is that a goal? Have you seen it back now, mate? Because you said you hadn't seen it. Have you seen the actual handball? Because I don't know. I don't know what more the referees need. Shell says, come on, Marco Silva, help your old team out. Everton loitering around those top European places, bloody hell. Goliath, yeah, seeing it. Yeah, you don't want that given, do you? Nobody wants that given. Nobody wants that given. Well, hey. We'll move on from that anyway. We'll move on from that and let's focus on Fulham against Palace. If you're watching along with us now for this one, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions on it. Fulham struggling in the table, it's fair to say. Fulham could do with a win here to take them up and away from teams like West Ham who are on the tail and starting to regain a little bit of confidence. Fulham have got 3 wins in the last 5, but they've also got 2 wins, 2 draws in the last 4, Fulham. So I think if you're a cottager, if you're a Fulham fan, you probably don't really know what Fulham team is going to turn up recently. That's kind of the way with Marco Silva. They've played really well in some games. Obviously, they've gone to Spurs and won. That was a really, really good performance away at Spurs. They did really well there. They perform really well against Manchester City, but they go 5-1 down in that one. You know, they get credit because they fight back and make it 5-4, but they were pretty poor to go 5-1 down. They were dreadful at Everton. They were absolutely awful at Everton. They were pretty poor away at Newcastle as well. Didn't really show much fight away at Bournemouth. Lost against Arsenal. Lost away at Villa. So it's a bit of a mad one. But then they beat Wolves. They beat Sunderland. So you can't really predict what's going to happen with this Fulham side. And I think looking at Palace tonight, it could well be. It could well be a Fulham that they turn up and they blow them away 3-4-1. Yeah. I'm not particularly useful or insightful on this one because it could be anything, couldn't it? Creed Van Crow, are you rooting for Fulham or not bothered? Well, I wouldn't say I am or I'm not bothered. I am bothered because I like watching games of football and I like seeing what teams produce, and there's a bit of a story with Fulham that we can't really. I don't know. I don't know with Fulham. I don't know what to expect. It's the same with Palace. Palace are a little bit more consistent, but both teams, I would say, are massively inconsistent recently. You don't know what to expect. So, am I bothered? Probably not. I probably won't lose sleep whatever the result is here, but I do think Fulham will be the better team on the day. Just because Palace are losing Sarr, they've lost Munoz, so we'll see. We will see. Goliath, I'm going for a solid Palace 1-0 away win, and Creed Van Crow also thinks 1-0 Palace. I was hoping for goals in this one. I was hoping for goals after the game we've just watched with Brighton and West Ham, where it was pretty crap for about 70 minutes. I was hoping we'd get some goals. Brendan says we should part what happened last night, just get behind Mo, Slot and the team. I mean, Liverpool fans will still turn up for those, but it's not going to change anything. If Salah doesn't want to play or Salah is throwing his toys out the pram. I don't think Slot should play him or will want to play him. Harry Wilson, Emile Smith-Rowe, Samuel Chukwueze and Jimenez as the front four for Fulham. Harry Wilson's really grown as a player, I feel, in the last couple of months. I feel like he's started to become really important for Fulham, for Wales. He's a very talented player. And Chukwueze, I mean, Fulham have signed Chukwueze on loan. And I think he's really grown as a player as well. He's started to show himself a little bit more. He played well against City, didn't he? Chris Richards, Maxence Lacroix, Mark Gay, Mitchell, proper staples of the of the Palace defence. Adam Wharton and Kamada just sat in front. Carol says, West Ham podcast's going mental. I'm not surprised. They'd be absolutely raging with that. I would be. I'm pretty sure Brighton fans would be as well. Whoever you support, you would be raging at that, wouldn't you? It's unforgivable that the referee manages to give that. He looks back at it. He takes a good long look at it. I don't know how that doesn't get given. Oh, I don't know how that gets given, rather. 3-star Reds, the light show strong before kick-off. Yesterday I saw something like that. And Brendan says he'll play on the next two, then when he comes back from the AFCON it will have blown over. I can't see that, Brendan. I don't think he plays again for Liverpool, I'll be honest. Unless there is something said, unless Salah comes out and apologises, I don't think there's any movement. I'd be very surprised if he plays for Liverpool again. Shell says Chelsea 0, Everton 1, ladies. Full time. The Toffee ladies doing well. Just as well as the Toffee men as well. Both Everton teams thriving at the minute. Maxence Lacroix, 50th Premier League appearance. I like him a lot, you know. Like him a lot. Very, very talented centre-back him. I think him and Mark Gay are a really good partnership. Chris Richards does well too, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Maxence Lacroix is every bit as good as Mark Gay, in my opinion. Marco Silva, he's won 92 out of 201 games as Fulham manager. It's not a bad little turnaround, is it? Luke says, all right, big fella, how's it going, Luke? Good to see you, man. Oliver Glasner led Crystal Palace. Right, it's gone off. It's gone off. Right. We're off and underway at Craven Cottage. Can Fulham's defence, first off, let's say that, can Fulham's defence redeem themselves after conceding 5 against City here last time out? I know there's no shame necessarily in conceding 5 to City, but, you know, I imagine as a manager that would be frustrating. You would be like, come on guys, we need to step it up. We can't be conceding 5 every game. Luke says, is Kanate still world class? He is, absolutely, he's still world class. Top quality defender. And Brendan says, I hope you're wrong, would be a sad way to go. I hope I'm wrong too, but I think the only way he comes back is if he apologises, and I don't see him apologising. Just don't see him apologising at all. Here's Wharton, great play, out to Nathaniel Klein on the right-hand side. This one's already started quite fast, opening 60 seconds. Teams seem to be zipping the ball about a bit quicker than we saw in the Brighton-West Ham game. Here's Mitchell. Ball into the box. Is that going to be an early corner? No. Cleared away. Shell said Chelsea ladies had a 34-game unbeaten run. Love my Toffees. Hey, Everton women winning. Ending Chelsea's long unbeaten run. Here's the ball over to the far side for Nathaniel Klein. Nketiah. Good defending from Bassi. That's going to be a foul. I hate that. We need to stop that in football. Players running over to the corner. You see that every time, don't you? Players running over to the corner. They feel a little bit of a shove in the back and they go down and grab the ball. It happens every single time. It's so annoying. Brendan, I think if Slot handles it properly and gets him back in the team, they can move on from it. But he can't not, like, acknowledge it. Like, he's going to get asked about it. So what can Slot possibly do to get Mo Salah back in the side? And also, by the way, what can Slot do to get him back in the side while still retaining a level of dignity? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you put Mo Salah back in that side, Arne Slot might as well just have mug stamped across his forehead. He might as well just have absolute carpet. You can walk all over me. I feel like that's where the club and Slot have to be united. They have to be strong and they have to say absolutely not. You don't play for us again. If you're being like that, if you're behaving like that, you don't play for us again. And I never thought I would say that with Mo Salah. The thing is as well, do you know what? Today you've got an interesting little setup in terms of both teams play with fullbacks, don't they? So you've got Mitchell and Klein already taking up quite high positions for Palace, and you've got the same for Fulham. Albeit Fulham haven't even really ventured into the Palace half just yet, but you know, we know how high Castagna and Tete will get. They'll support the wingers, and Chukwueze and Wilson will play more like 10s, kind of inverted, won't they? They'll tuck in. Palace throw. What are we saying in the chat? Sorry, Brendan says, we've done that one. Sorry, Goliath. If I'm Slot, that's it. Salary's cooked. It has to be. No one is bigger than the club. How dare you think you don't earn your place in the squad? And 3-star Reds, if Salah had behaved like that with Clough, he would have been gone there and then. Exactly. Yeah, to be honest, mate, I think he would have done with most of the... I mean, can you imagine Alex Ferguson? Imagine how Alex Ferguson would have dealt with that. Alex Ferguson wouldn't have suffered fools like that. No chance. If a manager allows a player to win once, they win every time. And that's the end of them as a manager, to be honest. Not even just at Liverpool. Arne Slot has to take a stand here as a manager full stop, because this will stay with him throughout his career. If he gets walked all over by Mo Salah for the rest of his career, he'll be thought of as a light touch, a soft touch. We can take the piss out of him. So he has to be strong. Carol says, Shell are the women playing their home games at Everton's old ground. Yeah, they play at Goodison, don't they? But this was away at Chelsea, wasn't it? This was at Stamford Bridge, or wherever Chelsea play now. Chimey says, Salah also said some promises were never kept, which sounds similar to Trent. I mean, Trent didn't say anything about promises, did he? Trent didn't say anything about promises being kept or not being kept. Yes, Trent was offered contracts. Trent was, continuously, if anything, he broke promises to us. Fulham, chance, Jimenez. It's all scrappy. Iwobi. Oh, unlucky. It's going to be offside anyway. So I don't necessarily think it's much like Trent, but he has said that some promises weren't kept. But I don't know what promises. What promises would Mo Salah have been offered that haven't been kept? He started every game bar 3. So what promises hasn't he been kept? I can only think he's maybe in a bit of a tiz about maybe the vice captaincy. Could that be it? Could it be that he expected to be vice captain and Robbo was named vice captain instead of him? Maybe, I don't know. Shell says, Gateshead 0, Walsall 1 in the FA Cup. Has that finished, Shell? Joe went watching that earlier, didn't he? So yeah, I just feel like I'm tired of the Salah situation already. Chimes is probably game time. Do you think a club would ever make that assurance? Do you think clubs would ever make that assurance that we'll play if you're fit, we'll start you? I don't think any club would ever make that assurance. Least of all Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool would ever make an assurance to Mo Salah that you will play every single minute of every single game. and you dictate how we play and whether you play and all that nonsense. No, there's no way that Liverpool Football Club would ever have conceded that to a player. No chance. I'd be furious if we did. I think the only real promise I can see us of maybe we made him and we didn't keep is we'll give you the vice captaincy. You can be vice captain because Trent's leaving. That leaves us a space for vice captain. So maybe you can be the vice captain instead of when Van Dijk's not playing, you can be vice captain. Maybe he wanted that, and it went to Andy Robertson instead. Fulham corner, chance! Oh, unlucky! Huge chance. There's a claim for a handball from Tete. Emile Smith-Rowe with the strike. It was a great little corner routine, that, actually. Ball played out. Emile Smith-Rowe. How are they claiming a handball here? Let's see. Oh! It does hit a hand, but it isn't going to get checked, that one. Goliath says, yeah, to be honest, I'm grateful for Salah. If he didn't give that interview, then my whole feed would be filled with how the Gunner's going to bottle it. Fulham corner again, whip near post, chance. It's all Fulham here. All Fulham. Ball whipped in again. Palace hanging on a little bit. They can't get out. Walsall now 2-0 up. Ball over to the far side. Fulham corner here. Ball whipped over to the far side. Chance, big chance. Oh, good defending by Palace in their own 6-yard box this time. It's all Fulham here. All Fulham opening 10 minutes. Palace having to ride a bit of a storm. Well, Tolga predicting that Crystal Palace will win at full time. What a surprise that is. Daniel Cunningham reckon I should get the new footy manager key. Go for it, yeah. Why not? I haven't got it. I haven't played footy manager in years, to be honest. I think the last time I meaningfully played footy manager was about footy manager 2020, 2021. Maybe in COVID, I think it was. I think around COVID, I finally got back into footy manager and I played a little bit of it then. But no, I haven't played it in years. But yeah, go for it. Why not? 3-Star Red says, what is Tolga predicting, Keys? Predicting Palace to win. He says Palace to win. And it is a Palace corner now. They're coming forward. The Turkish supercomputer says Palace win. Let's see. Adam Wharton with the corner. Hung up to the far side. Easy clearance from Fulham. And it's out to Pino here. Oh! Raul Jimenez catches him in the face there. Oh, he does boot him there. I think that's more of a coming together rather than anything. Yeah, you're not gonna get anything like that. Daniel says Football Manager needs you back at the wheel. This shy boy, greetings from New England, Key. Wow, New England, love it. Are you a fan of the Revolution? That's the New England Revolution, not the Revolution. Gateshead 0, Walsall 2 now. Still early as well. One of our regulars, Joe, he's a Gateshead fan. He's going watching them today, so lots of love to Joe. Adrian says, me and two mates just started a Spanish file on Footy Manager. I'm Atletico, the other two Barca and Madrid. £100 winner, each takes it all. Nice. Enjoy. I haven't played it in years. I used to play it when I was a lot younger. I used to play Championship Manager 96 and 97 and all that, but I haven't really played any of the newer ones. Not had time. Palace corner. Good ball in. Fulham head it away. I'm sensing this is going to be a little bit more like Brighton and West Ham than we wanted, you know, folks. I think Brighton and West Ham was probably a difficult watch, and this one's going to be a slightly difficult watch too. 15 minutes in, we've not had a meaningful chance in the game just yet. This Shy Boy says, I support Vermont Green, my local USL 2 club. Oh, nice. Let me have a look at Vermont Green. Vermont Green FC, an American soccer team based in Burlington. Oh, Burlington. Burlington. Is that near? No, it's not. I think I'm getting confused. I had a friend who lived, and I thought it was Burlington, but it isn't. Here's Palace, chance. No, it was Binghamton, which is nowhere near Burlington. Binghamton it was that he lived. But there you go, Burlington, Vermont. Lots of love to Burlington, Vermont, mate. Thank you very much. You've made my day with that. You might be the furthest person watching us on the other side of the world. We've got regulars in from the Philippines as well, but I don't know if they're watching today. Jamie says they improved the gameplay a lot. It looks realistic. Looks realistic a lot. Oh, it looks realistic, FM26. And Sam says top v bottom next weekend, Key. Top v bottom next weekend. Arsenal Wolves. Come on, Wolves, then. Goliath says, love Championship Manager, a bit simpler than today's versions, but seasons can be played so much quicker. I just really enjoyed them. I think that was I'd still play Championship Manager now. I downloaded Championship Manager 96, 97 for my PC about 2-3 months ago. And I had a little go on that. Robbie Fowler, Stan Collymore up front for Liverpool. Michael Owen just coming through the academy. Pup says 82 minutes and it looks like there's a fire drill at Celtic Park. It's still 1-0, Pup. Oh, unlucky. Good play that. Palace now starting to assert themselves on the game a little bit. They've rolled that opening 15 minutes where Fulham were dominating. Now it feels like Palace starting to get the foot on the ball a little bit more and starting to play some good football. And Fulham can't really keep hold of it, to be honest. Every time the ball comes out, Fulham get a couple of touches and they end up giving it back to Palace. 2-0, Mad Pup. Wow. And Goliath says there's a patch on CM99 that hits the modern players in. Nice. Oh, what a pass that is. Here's Mateta. First strike on target for Palace. It was a little bit tame, to be honest. It was outside the box and Mateta just P-rolls it towards goal. Simple, really, for Bernd Leno. Twisted Fate. Yo, Key, what the hell is this about Salah quitting Liverpool? What's happened? He isn't very happy about Liverpool putting him on the bench, and he's come out and said, I don't have to earn my place. I don't understand why I'm being scapegoated. Oh, I'm being treated like a victim. It's just absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense for me. I don't understand at all how he's made that decision and arrived at that conclusion where he's got the entitlement to demand he be played. Like he's been dropped for 2 games. 2 games he's not played. And he's thrown his toys out the pram. So I think there might be something else going on behind the scenes. It's quite obvious that maybe the club have been a little bit frustrated with him and decided, you know what, we'll sell him. We'll sell him in January. We'll look and see if we can get a buyer for him in January, and if we can move him on in January, get some money, then good. Let's do it. Let's plan ahead now, and possibly Salah's got wind of that and he's not been very happy. But either way, he's thrown his toys out the pram. That's not good enough. Adrian, do you think Salah's played his last game for Liverpool? For me, yes. For me, I wouldn't play him again. Twisted Fate, he's not been too good either, to be honest. But yeah, probably something defo behind the scenes. I mean, whether he's been good or not, he hasn't been fantastic, but he hasn't been dreadful either. Like, it's not his fault that Liverpool are where they are. But he's also not immune to being dropped. He's like every other player has been dropped. Gakpo's been dropped. Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike. Curtis Jones has been dropped. McAllister was dropped last night. Kirkes and Robbo have had different spells out of the team. Bradley, Frimpong has been dropped out of the team. Everyone's been getting minutes out the side because they've not been playing very well at times. So Salah's no different. Goliath says, hypothetical, if Salah goes in January for a good price, who do you go for? Probably Diamand. It feels like Liverpool are looking very heavily at Diamand from RB Leipzig. Adrian Berger says, another Patrick Berger. You want to find that guy was class. Paddy Berger, what a player he was. Yeah, we could do with a Paddy Berger, or we could do with a. Do you know what I'd take? Honestly, I would take a Dirk Kuyt. I would take a Dirk Kuyt at this point. Just someone who'll come in, run the socks off. Nothing ever went down Dirk Kuyt's side. Down that right-hand side, we was always solid. He always popped up with a goal. He wasn't anything fantastic. He was just solid 8.5 out of 10 every week. He was never fantastic. Oh, Nketiah, what a goal from Palace. Oh, Eddie Nketiah, that's an absolutely brilliant goal. Fabulous goal, fabulous finish. Great play from Palace, and Palace are 1-0 up. There you go, massive, massive goal in this game. I tell you what, they cut them apart there, Palace. Fulham. Do you know, this is a proper away performance, this from Palace. First 15 minutes, they had to ride the wave. They had to ride a bit of a storm. Fulham with a better side, couple of set pieces. They started to look a little bit vulnerable. Then all of a sudden, last 5 minutes, they've put the foot on the ball, they've calmed it down, grown into the game, and then look at this from a brilliant piece of play. Oh, it's brilliant from Wharton. Yeah, it's fabulous. Wharton with a little incisive pass. Gay, Wharton, into Nketiah, great touch, and drilled into the bottom corner, right-footed, no chance for Bernd Leno. 1-0 Palace. Goliath says, someone with a bit of grit, maximum effort, absolutely. And this shy boy says, Salah is catching strays at 33 while putting up the same numbers as 27-year-old SA on a struggling side. I can't imagine his frustration. Hang on a minute, what do you mean catching strays? He was dropped out the side because he wasn't playing particularly well, and Liverpool were getting caught down his side. It's really not that. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Salah got dropped the same way every other player has been dropped. It's not a big issue. If you get dropped, you have to react. You have to head down, get back in the team, work hard, support the players who are playing, by the way. What you don't do is throw your toys out the pram and go, well, why am I not playing? I'm better. I should be playing. Fuck, no chance. That's absolute nonsense. That doesn't wash at Liverpool. Liverpool fans are too wise for that. We don't have that. No chance. Doesn't fly. Twisted Fate, I still think Fulham can drag a draw out of this game, honestly. I can never rule Fulham out. They have players that can make something out of nothing yet. Yeah, Harry Wilsons can do it, can't they? Chukwueze, we've seen top quality from him in recent weeks. There's definitely ability with Iwobi as well. Can't rule out players like Joachim Andersen and Bassi coming forward on corners as well. But yeah, I agree. I think Fulham, they've got a big test now. because Palace have grown into the game. They're now the stronger side. Can Fulham respond? Good play from Wharton. Kamada. He's a game changer, Adam Wharton, isn't he? I really hope he doesn't go to Man United. He's a definite game changer. Here's Nketiah. Shell says, let's go Fulham. Maxence Lacroix, good play. Over to the far side. Back into Wharton. And that's going to be a Palace throw, I think. If you're watching, again, just a quick reminder, I don't do this very often during the lives, but if you can, hit the like button. If you like these sorts of things and you're new around here, please do click subscribe, click follow. I'm live every single day. Make sure you get in the chat and let me know your name. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know your prediction, what team you support. I want to know all of it. Let me know. Celtic 1, Hearts 2. Late goal at Parkhead. Kieran Tierney, 94th minute. Oh, big chance. Fulham must be 1-1. Oh, what a save from Henderson. Dean Henderson, absolutely crucial save from Emile Smith-Rowe. Very, very close to 1-1. It's a great pass from Sander Berger. And I tell you what, oh, it's a brilliant save. Emile Smith-Rowe in, left-footed. It's his weaker foot. I tell you what, Dean Henderson, he's got to... That's a brilliant save. Brilliant save. For me, he's got to be in that England squad. He's got to be starting ahead of Pickford on current form. Twisted Fate says, Shell, good game on beating us, by the way. Haven't been around as was moving. You guys deserve that win, especially with 10 men. Well, are you going to be in for tomorrow, mate? Twisted Fate, are you going to be in for the Wolves game tomorrow? Wolves v United, Monday Night Football. Big one. Thanks, Shell. The Eddie Nketiah goal. This is brilliant. Watch the movement from Nketiah here. He just drifts off. Who's it who loses him? Harry Wilson. Oh, Harry. Harry Wilson. Do you know what he knows, doesn't he? He knows. Harry Wilson immediately reacts. Poor that from Harry Wilson defensively. Not good enough. Hey, what's up, Key? How's it going, Comedy Long Pants Gamer? What are your thoughts on this one? Twisted Fate, hopefully, I'm dreading it honestly as we play poorly v the lower table teams. It's just got a feeling, hasn't it, that Molineux at the minute, they've been really good, Wolves. A lot more defensively solid. They lost narrowly to Aston Villa, at Villa Park as well, and they had a goal disallowed in that one, which was a little bit harsh. And then they lose narrowly against Nottingham Forest. So, do you know what? Could happen. Could happen. It's going to be a difficult... I feel like if United score early, you probably win quite comfortably. But if it gets to 0-0 and it's still 60th minute, or if Wolves score first, then, yeah, problems for United. Real problems. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, nothing much. Eddie's finish is crazy. Great finish, wasn't it? And Eddie, the striker Arsenal needed all along. I still think he's got to prove himself a bit more, hasn't he, Eddie Nketiah? 30 million quid Palace paid for him, and he's not really gone any way to justifying that just yet. But that was a really good finish. Great play from Iwobi. Oh, that's wonderful play. Is it Chukwueze here? Oh, he's got lightning feet, this lad. Into the box. What a pass. Lay it off. Chukwueze causing all sorts of problems. As soon as he turned it on then, they weren't touching him, Palace. They weren't touching him. They were terrified of touching him. Adrian says Wolves will beat United tomorrow night. I'd like to think so. I hope so. Twisted Fate, I'm also more worried about Cunha. Will we see him play well, or will he not try as much against his former club? Oh, I don't know. I think he'll be as determined to score as anyone, I bet. Fulham. Here's Harry Wilson. Fulham starting to put their foot on the ball a bit more. Palace have dropped deep. They've not got a single man in the Fulham half at this moment, so they're just holding the shape. I think Oliver Glasner is one of them managers who tends to play through phases in a game, doesn't he? He tends to, accept that for the next 15 minutes we don't concede, so we sit in. Let's sit in, and then we'll wait for our chance, and then we'll go a little bit more bold. We'll push on. Brendan says the United draw or defeat tomorrow would lift my mood, and Comedy Long Pants Gamer, if Wolves beat United, Amorim should just sack himself because the club is so unhealthy and broken at the moment. I feel like Amorim, a little bit like Slot, they're just impervious at the minute to being sacked, and I agree with that. I actually think that's the right approach for both clubs. I mean, to be fair, Liverpool, it definitely should be. Oh, strike, unlucky. There's definitely a case that Liverpool have... Slot's got credit in the bank. He's won a league title. Ruben Amorim hasn't got that credit in the bank. But I feel like United should stick with him as well. They should stick with him. They really should. Shell, I'm off for me tea. Oh, lovely. What are you having, Shell? Fulham, chance. Harvey or Harry Wilson, no. Twisted Fate at the moment. We've been broken for 10 plus years. Just managed to paper over the cracks with trophies. Well, if you consider broken is anything other than winning the title, I don't think United are broken. You're just not where you were. That doesn't necessarily mean you're broken. This Shy Boy says, I really appreciate our differing opinions on the Salah situation. It's obviously different being a rival fan. I know 19 sides who'd take Salah in a heartbeat. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because, let's be honest, the player... listen, if it was just Mo Salah the player, mate. Mo Salah the player, we want him. We absolutely want him. Mo Salah the player is probably Liverpool's best player. There's no doubt about that. So his playing ability, that's not the issue at all. It's his attitude, and I as much as I agree with you, I know what you're saying. 19 other Premier League clubs would take Mo Salah in a heartbeat. Of course they would. Liverpool would love to keep him, but I think all of those Premier League clubs, if you said you've got to tolerate the attitude that we're dealing with right now, you'd say no chance. It's so divisive. It's toxic. It's not the thing you want in the dressing room, and that is a big part of what Arne Slot is having to deal with. And I've got massive empathy for Arne Slot having to put up with it. Oh, I tell you what, that was a naughty one on Palace there. Oh, he's up. Oh, I thought Nathaniel Klein had got studied there. Looked a little bit naughty. Comedy Long Pants Gamers is also key. How was the result for you? Brighton v West Ham. How was the result? I mean, I thought it was unfair. I thought the result was unfair. I thought West Ham were the better side, deserved to win. Brighton were pretty poor. Fulham chance. Yeah, Brighton were pretty poor, and they get a goal at the end that should never have been a goal. Never, ever, ever. Mad Pup says, do they need to show the Hearts team waving to the fans? Just get back to the studio so I can see Chris Boyd's smiling face. And Reece says, imagine if Salah went to Arsenal. God knows the uproar from Liverpool fans. Goliath says, I wouldn't want Salah, but my son would. It'd be a proper power play, that Salah going to Arsenal. Or Salah going to City. Salah going to any other Premier League club would be a major power play from him. But that would tarnish his legacy. If he leaves Liverpool, he has to go abroad. He has to go abroad. If he gets sold to another... I don't think we'd sell him to another Premier League club. Yeah. Twisted Fate, yeah, we dealt with Garnacho, although Salah is far better. It's a similar situation. Thinking you're unplayable is a massive red flag. Yeah, now you can't have the attitude of, I've earned my place, so I don't need to earn it. That's unforgivable for me. That's immediate. Just that alone is unforgivable. But even more so, the fact that he says it after a 3-3 draw with Leeds. It's in the middle of the season. He's about to fuck off for the AFCON. It's proper shithouse behaviour. Like a properly shitbag move, that, from Mo Salah. Properly shitbag. Comedy Long Pants Gamer says, I thought so too. West Ham were definitely better, although I prefer West Ham straight down to the Championship. They're such a bogey team against us. And Brendan says, barring a catastrophe, Amorim will get at least the season. No points in United. Chopping and changing now. Well, it's the same. That's the same with Arne Slot. I don't understand why anyone wants Slot sacked. It doesn't change anything. Goliath, he has to go abroad. That's Sol Campbell levels of silly if he stayed in the Premier League. And Reece says it's very similar to Payet. He refused to train or do anything because he wasn't playing for West Ham. You can't have it. As soon as someone behaves like that, it doesn't matter how good they are, how, what they've done for the club, like all of that just makes it really sad. But as soon as you get a player who thinks that they are more important and bigger than the team, you've just got to get rid of him. That's like an immediate non-negotiable for me. Get him gone. Twisted Fate, if he went to Arsenal or City Key, would that tarnish his legacy more than Trent did? Not trying to cause anything. I'm just curious from a Liverpool perspective. Yes. Yeah, it would. It would. If he went to City or he went to Arsenal, that would absolutely tarnish his reputation more than Trent Alexander. Trent Alexander-Arnold could still be welcomed back. Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Trent came back. It would be frustrating, and I actually think that probably is what happens. In the long run, I think Trent probably does come back to Liverpool. They'll find a way. The PR machine is already in motion. They'll find a way for it. Oh, Palace chance. Must be. Oh, have you missed it? Poor that from Palace. Should be 2-0. Comedy Long Pants Gamer says the whole problem with the manager versus the players is that at some point, if a player argues with the manager and he's such quality, you have to go around him and try to incorporate him with new tactics. And Reece says Sol Campbell levels would be if he went to Everton. That'd be atrocious. Everton on a free. Salah to Everton on a free. And this shy boy says, big up Key. I totally accept that perspective. I think Slot has struggled with man management at times, and Salah has allowed outside voices to affect his morale. I've spent weeks pushing back against shameless Mo slander. The thing is, mate, I don't think there's any real... Well, certainly not from me anyway. I can't speak for all Liverpool fans, but there's no slander from me about Mo Salah. Anderson tackle. Let's watch this back. It's not in the penalty area. It's not in the penalty area, but does it? No, that's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. That's nothing. Yeah, like, it's nothing to do with Mo Salah as a player. And for me, like, I can only speak for myself, not for all Liverpool fans, but for myself. I love him as a player. As a player, he's fantastic. I'd love him to stay as a player. If we're just talking about the player, he's brilliant. The problem we've got is he's just an absolute divvy in what he said. Like, he's absolutely ruined it. He's ruined it. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, look at Pep with Aguero. Aguero didn't perform with Pep ball, but Pep went around it and Aguero started to change. Well, look at what Pep Guardiola's doing right now with Ryan Cherky, by the way. Did you see it? Did you hear about Ryan Cherky and Pep Guardiola's comments on him in recent games? He's come out and basically said words to the effect of, you'll see the full interview, but words to the effect of, if you don't work hard for the team, in other words, if you don't sacrifice yourself and work hard for the team, you'll be on the bench. And I think he said words to the effect of, you'll see that if he's done games like that where he has worked hard, he's played the next one. But if he has sort of, coaxed around a little bit and strolled around, then he doesn't get in the side the next week. And that's what he's seeing at the minute. So Cherky is probably frustrated. Why is he not getting in the side? Why is he not getting in the side? Pep Guardiola demands absolutely unbelievably high standards of work ethic and concentration. And that's why City have been so successful under him. Brendan, if Salah leaves, it will be to Saudi, surely. I don't think it will, I'm not confident that it will. I'll tell you why. I think Mo Salah still thinks he's one of the best players in Europe. And I don't feel for 1 second Mo Salah feels he's not in his retirement phase. Do you know what I mean? He's not ready to go to Saudi yet. He's not there yet. I think Salah thinks he's got another 5, 6, 7 years at the absolute top level, challenging for Champions Leagues. There is no way in hell Mo Salah goes to Saudi. I think Salah goes to Barcelona, maybe to replace Rashford. I don't know. I mean, he's obviously on the same side as Yamal. So I don't know. Maybe it could go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid need a right-sided player. Maybe he goes to Real Madrid. Could Real Madrid accommodate him? Salah and Trent down the right-hand side, reunited. Oh, Chukwueze, good play. He's having a good game, him, Chukwueze. Comedy Long Pants Gamer says, yeah, it was crazy, but Pep inspired Cherky to do a Rabona assist. That's coaching. Here's Tete. Fulham probing. Gosh, brilliant play. Oh my God, what a goal! Oh, it's an absolute sensational goal from Harry Wilson. That man again. Oh my God, the quality of goal we have seen here. 2 absolute worldies. Fulham 1, Palace 1. This is absolutely out of this world. Oh, it's brilliant. It's a lovely little pass in, great little touch, and Harry Wilson, first time, outside of the boot, bottom corner. This is brilliant. This is phenomenal. Take nothing away from Harry Wilson's finish. The touch is great. Who is it who plays it in? Iwobi out to Tete. Tete goes back to Iwobi, I think. He plays the pass in. Wilson with the touch. He's onside. There's no doubt about that. Wilson. Oh, that is a great goal. That is great. Iwobi in. Wilson with the touch. Into Jimenez. And outside of the boot. Curling away. That might be goal of the month for me. I don't think you're going to see a better goal this month. That's incredible. Great goal, and the game's come alive again. Fulham 1, Palace 1. Comedy Long Pants Gamer says, I hate Pep because of his tactics. Oh, hang on a second. Why is that not showing? I hate Pep because of his unbelievable man management and tactics. That's how they became Centurions. And Arteta needs to try and become a coach that can incorporate not only tactics but man management so that he can inspire vigour in his players. He's starting to do that from Rice's interview. And Reece says, flipping hell, what a team goal that is. That was incredible, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible. Top quality from Harry Wilson. And Fulham back level. All of a sudden we've got a game on again. Callum says, well played, Ryan Sessegnon. Sessegnon isn't playing, mate. Yeah, Sessegnon's not playing. It's Tete and Castagna on the wings. I've got Sessegnon as the thumbnail, and he's not even playing. Is Sessegnon on the bench? No? Not even on the bench. Right, switch of play for Palace. Over to the far side with Nathaniel Klein. Anthony Robinson out as well. And Rodrigo Muniz. Fulham missing some important players here. I mean, Palace are too, for what it's worth. Decore still out after such a long time. Jake Decore. He's had a couple of injury hit years for Palace, hasn't he, so far? Comedy Long Pants Gamer says Fulham decided to play against Palace. Crazy. Here we go. Nketiah with a good turn. Fulham win it back. Nicely played. And Wharton. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, and people said these games are shite. Looking at you, Mark Goldbridge. Mark Goldbridge on That's Football is watching the F1. What sort of nonsense is that? What absolute woke nonsense is that? This shy boy says, this is why I came to chat. I agree with your diagnosis of LFC, even if our ideas of treatment differ. Key, I appreciate this being a less reactionary LFC content space, much more level-headed. Do you know what? That might be one of my favourite comments we've ever received on this channel. That you've noticed, or at least appreciated, that I'm not reactionary. I'm very much more about calm. Let's talk about it. It's not about, clickbait and rage bait. It's about having balanced context, nuanced discussion. And sometimes that does involve getting things wrong, doesn't it? And I'm frequently wrong. Frequently wrong. And that's fine. It's unscripted. Everyone else does these videos where let's get the camera set up and I'll do 20 different takes of oh my God, I can't believe, like, no. Let's just talk about it. We'll turn the channel, turn the camera on, live. Let's go live, unscripted, no gimmicks. Adrian Birder says, what could be worse than an F1 watch-along? And Twisted Fate says, watching F1 on a channel called That's Football is low-key silly. Make a That's F1 channel. Utter woke nonsense. I'm saying that to you, Mark Goldbridge. If you ever know who I am or watch this channel, it's absolute woke nonsense. Sean Dice, and what are we saying? Sorry, Brendan says maybe we could look to get Klopp in as an intermediary in the Salah situation. He could help repair the relationship and smooth things over. Salah didn't like Jurgen Klopp. Do you not remember the West Ham game last year where Jurgen Klopp, like, they had a little bit of a fallout on the touchline, and then they asked Salah after the game. They said to him, like, what are your thoughts? And he said, oh, if I speak, there will be fire, there will be headlines or something like that. And he was furious. Salah kicked off at Klopp loads of times. He's known for throwing his toys out the pram. I just wish he'd have done that with Slot. You know, do you know what? Keep your mouth shut, work hard and get on with things. It's how Liverpool have done things always. You don't get to speak your mouth like that. You just don't. Comedy Long Pants Gamer says, hey, to be fair, Key needs more people to watch, man. It's such an amazing vibe here. Ah, I love that. That's very nice. Like I said, we don't have masses. We don't have thousands and thousands of thousands. Sometimes, there's usually only a few hundred of us watching at best. But it's nice, isn't it? It's nice. We all have a chat. Everyone gets involved. Best idea wins. Nobody's opinion matters more than anyone else's. Something Mo Salah wouldn't like. He wouldn't like this channel, would he? He wouldn't like this channel. Twisted Fate says, yeah, comedy. He will always be biased against United, but I like Key. You're biased against Liverpool, aren't you? Standard. You're gonna laugh at me tomorrow if United beat Wolves. And I'll laugh at you when Wolves win. Tony, snooker fan. Hi, mate. What's your thoughts on the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight? I didn't even know they were fighting. I don't follow boxing. I'll level with you, Tony. I'm not really a boxing fan. So, and that to me, that isn't really boxing. That isn't really boxing. That's celebrities fighting. Jake Paul's not a boxer. He's not a boxer. And Anthony Joshua's in his retirement era, basically, isn't he? Liam Manning says, how much are you paying him to say that? And Brendan says, Salah and Klopp fell out, but they had a good relationship overall. Well, to me, I just think, Mo Salah has got form. He's got previous for throwing his toys out the pram when he doesn't get his own way. And Goliath says, I think the bias is good-hearted here. I love seeing Key's reaction when Villa scored against us, for example. Yeah, but you've seen it the other way, haven't you? You've seen it the other way when Liverpool have lost in the... I mean, Christ, look at the Leeds one last night. I was heartbroken. I've had it. It happens. It happens in real time. You'll see it exactly how it is. And even these ones, to be honest. Even this, Fulham and Palace. I feel like we've had two... I've really enjoyed these last two watch-alongs, even though, let's be honest, Brighton, West Ham, Fulham and Palace are not teams that are typically followed heavily online. They're not. These games are not going to... Like, I reckon if we... I've not done it, but I reckon if you go to YouTube and you search, Brighton against West Ham watch-along, I don't know how many will be actually doing it. Most of the big watch-along channels, they avoid all these games. They'll just do the big ones. They'll do the Spurs against City and Chelsea against Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United. They're there for them. They're for them, no problem. They don't cover everyone else. Twisted Fate says, Jake lost to Tommy Fury. He's 100% losing to Anthony Joshua. Man's going to need a whole new jawline if a punch lands. And Unknown says, telling me a team who's played 14 weeks of games has 2 points will win tomorrow. Come on. You'll see. You'll see. Telling you. It's coming. Reece says, top 3 people Key dislikes. 1, Arteta. 2, McAllister. 3, Salah. I don't dislike Mo Salah. I just don't like the fact that I don't like the action. I like the man, I like the player, I just don't like the action. Don't like the behaviour. And McAllister... I hate the fact that I don't like McAllister. Palace are in here. Here's Eddie Nketiah. He's being held up by Bassi. You're not going to get... Oh, come on. That's brilliant defending from Bassi. Oh, he's an absolute animal at the back there, Bassi. Wrestled Nketiah off the ball, and that's going to be half-time. Good play. Really good play. Goliath says, yeah, that's why I love it. It'd be so easy to put up Salah gone titled video with a pic of you on it with a shock face, but that's boring. Everyone does it. I don't do videos anymore. I used to do videos. I've decided against it. I am purely 100% lives now. Lives and maybe a little bit of shorts, but generally, I'm a live channel. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, I was so down when Leeds scored last minute, and to be honest, I completely blame Canate for giving Leeds momentum. That's fair enough. Yeah, I don't think that you can put that on Slot. Right, so half-time at Craven Cottage, Fulham 1, Palace 1. Good game so far. Couple of very good goals, it has to be said. Very much deserved. To get back into it, I think Fulham. Palace did really well. Good goal from Nketiah, and then what a goal from Harry Wilson. Unreal. Tony Snooker says, in the fight contract, Joshua ain't allowed to do his full power. I've been told that the other day. He's not allowed to do his full power. Anthony Joshua against Jake Paul, and he's not allowed to actually punch him with... Well, that's not a fight then, is it? I wouldn't even watch that. If I thought that was serious, I wouldn't even watch it. It's like a friendly match. Brendan, have you finished the letter game? Do you know what? I don't think we have we? I don't think we did do the letter game. We didn't finish it. We could do that. We could do that at half-time. Goliath, it takes some guts to do live unscripted content. You just have to have a thick skin, because you get plenty of divvies in the chat, and you get trolls, and you get all sorts of people who come in and ask you all sorts of questions. I just roll with the punches. Ben says Gravenberch was at fault for the last goal, got too influenced by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I mean, you could say off the set piece he wasn't brilliant. And Shyamner, it's 1:20 a.m. in Singapore, and I am following your commentary. Wonderful. Keep up the good job. Oh, am I pronouncing that right? Shyamner. Or Shyamnair. Either way, thank you so much for the comment. I really appreciate that. Can't say I've ever been to Singapore. Although did I have a layover in Singapore? Can't remember if I did. But wonderful place. Goliath says, yeah, the boxing is just both people picking up millions, exactly. And what's the letter game? Go on, let's play it. Let's play the letter game. So what we did was, this was something that I'd like to say I created it. I've never seen anyone else doing it. But I'm going to say I created it. Basically, it's a game where we talk through the best Premier League all time, right? All time. It's got to be Premier League era, though. Premier League era, all time. We pick a letter, and you have to create the best 11 that you can create, and all the players' surnames have to start with that letter. So, for example, I'll give you an example one we did. We had, for D, we had David De Gea in goal. We had Demichelis, Marcel Desailly, Matteo Darmian at the back. We had Di Maria, Dembele, De Bruyne, Di Canio, Defoe and Drogba up front. For C, we had Cech in goal, Coleman, Sol Campbell, Carvalho, Ashley Cole. That's not a bad team so far, is it? We had Michael Carrick and Tim Cahill in midfield, Coutinho off the left, Cantona and Andy Cole as centre forwards. So we play like that. That's the game that we play. It's a good bit of good fun. And I tried to go through the alphabet to see if together between us we can make a team that works. And we play 4-4-2, goalkeeper, 2 fullbacks, 2 centre backs, 2 wingers, 2 centre mids, 2 centre forwards. And you've got to go through each letter. So we got up to, I think we got up to T, didn't we? We've done S. We definitely did S. And I think we're up to T currently. T should be relatively easy. Come on, give us a T. Give us a Premier League goalkeeper beginning with T. That's what we need to talk about here. Premier League goalkeeper beginning with T. The best Premier League goalkeeper you can think of all time beginning with T. Get them in the chat now. Let me know what you're thinking. Premier League goalkeeper beginning with T. Why can I only think Stuart Taylor? Or Mike Taylor. Do you remember Mike Taylor? He used to play for Birmingham. Liam says you do get some numpties, but it's mostly banter between the regs and this shy boy. I love how this stream is about 100 people and still uniting individuals from all across the world. Do you know what? We could solve world peace on this stream, couldn't we? Let's get them all in. Let's get them in. Tony says it's on Netflix too, mate. It's definitely rigged. UFC is miles better and more entertaining. Plus, football-wise, Liverpool, who would you like Liverpool to sign in the next month? Whew. Anyone, you know. Anyone. Anyone that can play right wing and centre back. I'd gladly take at this point Nat Phillips back from West Brom. Give me Nat Phillips back. Shamner, 62 years old and following West Ham since 82. Wow. Crikey. Have you managed to come over and watch a game at West Ham? Did you get to Upton Park? Have you been to the Olympic Stadium? Let me know what you're thinking. Goliath, Tim Howard. No, see, T has got to be the surname. Tim Howard would be H. Sam says Trafford. Okay, James Trafford's not a bad shout. 3-star Reds, Matt Turner. In fact, let me get in the chat quickly. Let me pin it. Let me pin this in the chat so if people join, they actually know what's going on. This is what we're doing. Premier League letter game. Premier League letter game. The letter game. The Premier League dad, Key Thomas, letter game. Name me your best Premier League X1. All player surnames must start with the letter T. Right, let's pin that comment. Let's pin that. There you go. Anyone who comes in will see it. Right, so T, James Trafford. Do we think that's the best Premier League goalkeeper we can muster? It's got to be more than that. Shamner lived in London from 79 to 84. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Shamner, thank you very much. And listen, hopefully you stick around and watch some more games with us. We'll be doing West Ham again very soon, I'm sure. Comedy Long Pants Gamer says, okay, did you ever go to Villa Park? And if so, how was it? That's one place I've never been, Villa Park. That's one of the few, well, not one of the few. I've not been to many Premier League stadiums, or many of the 92. I'd have liked to have done a lot more of the 92. But Villa Park is one I've not been to. Twisted Fate, I can't think of many good keepers with T. Adrian Bird and Massimo Taibbi. Taibbi, Trafford, Mike Taylor. There's got to be goalkeepers beginning with T, hasn't there? Premier League goalkeepers beginning with T. Come on. Help me out. Premier League goalkeepers, surnames beginning with T. Andre Tronana. Mark Travers plays for Bournemouth and Everton. Matt Turner, Mike Turner, Massimo Taibbi. I think Mike Taylor. Mike Taylor is probably the best one, who used to play for Birmingham. So okay, go on. Let's do right backs then. Give me some right backs. Premier League right backs beginning with T. Shamner says, I used to enjoy the old stadium. The new stadium does not have the same atmosphere. It does not give you the closeness. Yeah, many West Ham fans have talked to me about that on the channel. It's sad, really. I think if you could go back to Upton Park, you maybe would, wouldn't you? Or at the very least, stay there a bit longer so you could build your own stadium, not have one that's got that running track around it. Because that feel, it's not really a Premier League feel, that is it? There's quite a few West Ham fans who are, I don't know if it's quite a protest, but I'm sure there's been a discussion about putting seating on the track. Do you know, just so it feels a bit closer, have seating running round the track. You can get a few more thousand in as well that way. Chimey says Tete Tossin, who plays for Fulham, that's one. Jackson Chachua. Yeah, that's a certain possibility. Kieran Trippier, of course. Trippier would be a decent one. Would Trippier be the best right back beginning with T? Trippier. I'd say so. I don't think you're going to get a better Premier League right back than Kieran Trippier. Joe's. Key, I wish I stayed at home. Is it still 2-0? Oh, mate, I've been keeping an eye on Walsall to see how it's going for you. I'm sorry. I thought you might do better. Yeah, Kieran Trippier, I think. Colo Touré. Great shout, Chimey. Colo Touré at centre-back. Twisted Fate. Trent. Nah, it's Alexander-Arnold, innit? You're not getting away with Trent. Colo Touré. Centre-back. It's got to be John Terry, hasn't it? You're going to struggle to find a better centre-back than John Terry. Do we go Colo Touré, John Terry? Is that the best we can muster? Tony Snooker fan, would you be able to do a watch-along for Tuesday evening? Sheffield United v Norwich City. Norwich is my team. Do you know what, Tony? I'd love to, because that'd be a great game. Norwich is... is it the... are they away at Sheffield United? They're at Bramall Lane. But I'd love to. Philip Clement's first, proper... I know he played against Watford, but I'd love to do one of Philip Clement's first games. But no, Liverpool are playing Inter Milan on that night. So, no, I'm not going to be live for Sheffield against Norwich, sadly. Joe says, unforgivable, that performance. It's one of our biggest games of the season, and watch Walsall get City or Liverpool away now. Brendan, is Trippier not more of a left-back? Well, he can play both. But historically, he's a right-back. He played right-back for Burnley. He's played right-back for pretty much everyone. I think he has played left-back, but he is a right-back predominantly. This shy boy says centre-back was the one I was waiting for. Okay, so Terry, Touré, Trippier. Did we have a left-back? Give me a left-back. Any left-backs? Left-backs. I'm only thinking Jimmy Traore. Jimmy Traore was a left-back, but you're not going to put him in an all-time Premier League 11. Alex Telles used to play for United. What about him? Nah, he's a bit crap, wasn't he? Matt Targett. Played for Villa and Southampton, didn't he? Plays for Borough now, of course, Matt Targett. Could be Matt Targett. Matt Targett. Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney scored today for Celtic. Played for Arsenal for a little spell. Would we include maybe Kieran Tierney at left back? Again, I feel like we're struggling. I can't really find a better left back playing on the left hand side for T. Surname beginning with T. And Kieran Tierney. Kostas Tsimikas. Oh, the Greek Scouser. You've got it, Brendan. It's got to be Kostas Tsimikas. You're not going to get another left-back, beginning with T, who scored the winner in an FA Cup final. Kostas Tsimikas. Or it was at a league? No, it was... it was a Premier League. It was an FA Cup final, wasn't it? He scored the winning penalty in an FA Cup final, Kostas Tsimikas. There you go. Tony Snooker fan, we're away, and I like Philip Clement already. Way more better than Liam Manning. All right, come on, let's get into midfield. Midfield, we've done Tsimikas. T's in midfield. I need a right winger, a left winger, and two centre mids. Give me some midfielders beginning with T. Surnames beginning with T in the Premier League. Thiago. You're not going to get better than Thiago at centre mid. Feel like that's a good shout. Give me some T's. David Thompson. David Thompson used to play for Liverpool in midfield. I don't think we're going to struggle with him. Tunchai, yes, Tunchai Sandley, ex-Middlesbrough and Stoke. What a player he was. Tunchai Sandley was quality. Comedy long pants gamer, Yaya Toure. Oh, Yaya Toure, Tonali. Tielemans. See, we're getting overwhelmed now. Tielemans, Tonali, Toure. Thiago. For me, I would go Yaya Toure and Thiago. I think that's probably the best midfield two you're going to get. I don't think you're going to get better than that. I mean, each to their own. Everyone can have their own, but I don't think you're going to get better than them. T wingers. What about T's for wingers? trying to think of more recent ones. Trossard scored yesterday. You could have Trossard off the left, couldn't we? Right side. What are we saying? Anyone else in the chat? Tanaka, yeah. Jacob Cannon, how's it going, Jacob? Good to see you. Who's going to win, you think? Well, Glasner and Marco Silva just giving their half-time interviews. I do not like that. I think Fulham. I don't know why. I said Fulham before the game. I'm going to stick with Fulham. Tony Snooker says Kefren Turam, Tielemans, Reinders, Thomas Partey. You know, Reinders doesn't count, that's R. Thomas Partey doesn't count, that's P. And we wouldn't put him in anyway. Tielemans counts because that's a T and he's playing in England. Kefren Turam wouldn't though. Kind of blessed. Trashford. I love that. This shy boy says Tevez. I think you're going to struggle to find better than Tevez at centre forward. I think we might have one of our centre forwards there. Jordan, Eagles. We're about to kick off. We need to wrap this up. We need a winger. Tadic isn't bad yet. And then centre forwards. Who are we going for centre forwards? Tevez, I think, has to be in there. Give me a Premier League centre forward, beginning with T. All-time Premier League centre forwards, beginning with T. Second half's off and underway. Let's see if we can wrap this up quickly before we get stuck in. Torres! Oh, Fernando Torres. Torres and Tevez. That has to be it, doesn't it? Come on. Torres and Tevez. Incredible. And Brendan says in the Prem, Tielemans over Thiago. Oh, I don't think so. I think Thiago for me is in my all-time Liverpool 11. And I know that's a crazy thing. I really do. Jordan says, this is what Eddie does. If people don't know, get to know. And Comedy Long Pants Gamer says Sadio Tamane. Yeah. Erling Haaland. Is Letitia T or L? He would be L. Yeah, Letitia would be L. Brendan Traore, Adama Traore, off the wing. Torres is a great shout. Joe Story, Jesus Christ, I've watched some dire football this weekend. Well, stick around. You might get a bit more before the end. Unlucky. Good play. Yeah, I think that might be our front two anyway, Torres and Tevez. I enjoyed that though, so there you go. That's one example of the letter game. We've done this pretty much throughout the entire alphabet, and now up to, we've done T, so we're on to U, aren't we? So we need to do a U. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a full Premier League 11 with a U. Some people are going to have to do some research. But yeah, it was a lot easier with the A's, the B's, the C's, the D's. But now you're getting into the nitty gritty. We're now separating the boys from the men. Do you know what I mean? This is where we start to find out who's got the elite ball knowledge and can remember some weird shouts who played in the Prem over the last 30 years. Dan says Townsend in midfield. Yeah. Andros Townsend was a good midfielder. Could play anywhere for Palace as well. Palace, Everton. Here's Chukwueze. Wharton gets it away. Mateta loses it. That's the sort of thing. That's the sort of thing the frustrating Palace fans with Mateta. Chance down this right hand side. Oh, strike! Unlucky. Twisted Fate says, Key, I wasn't around for S. Did Stam and Scholes make it? S was... Yeah, Stam was in there. Scholes was in there. So, S, I'll tell you S. S we landed on Schmeichel in goal, Bakary Sanya, Ryan Shawcross, and Yap Stam. Steve Staunton at left back. We were struggling for left backs. Midfield was Mo Salah off the right, Scholes and Gary Speed in the middle, David Silva off the left. It might have been Bernardo Silva off the left, I can't remember. One of the two, David or Bernardo Silva off the left. And then up front we had Shearer and Suarez. And then my plan at the end of this, my idea was at the end of it, we'll write them all down and we'll do who would win. Mateta! Oh, should score! Jordan's going to be coming in here. And he's going to be saying to me, Key, I told you about this fella. I have never been more surprised. Honestly, I would have thought that Palace fans would love Jean-Philippe Mateta, and yet we've got Jordan in the chat who comes in all the time and he says he's absolutely shocking him. He needs 40 chances to score, and he's just had a very big chance there. Palace probably should be 2-1 up. Adrian says Unsworth, Upson, John Utaka. Yeah, certainly some good names there you could throw in. Ugarte in midfield, maybe. Trying to think of a goalkeeper. Oscar Ustari. Do you remember Ustari used to play for... Didn't he have he had a little spell at Sunderland? I always remember him because I signed him on FIFA all the time. He was one of them wonder kids in the game in FIFA. But I remember him coming to Sunderland very, very briefly. Oscar Ustari. Twisted Fate says that team would do 8 leagues in a row. And even with Shawcross and Steve Staunton at the back. Who did we have in goal? What was the goalkeeper again? Goalkeeper was Schmeichel, yeah. Schmeichel, Stam, Bakary Sanya, Shawcross, Staunton, Salah, Scholes, Speed, Silva, Suarez, Shearer. I mean, yeah, that's all right, innit? That is okay. I think the best one that we did... trying to go back, we had like foul at the strike forces we've had. I mean, listen to this one for A. We had Alisson Becker for A, Azpilicueta, Alderweireld, Agger, and Aurelio at the back. We had Xabi Alonso, Mikel Arteta, and Arshavin in midfield. Can't remember who else we had at right, and then we had Anelka and Aguero as front two. So even A was pretty good. B, we had Bergkamp and Berbatov. Now that is the classiest front two I can think of. Bergkamp and Berbatov as a front two. Fahasari from Thailand watching, mate. Nice. Love it. Whereabouts in Thailand? And who do you support? Let me unpin that message because we're not playing it anymore. Adrian, NSU Nal. Yeah, NSU Nal would be a good one. Jordan, at this point, I'm just used to it. I would never have said, before I started this channel, I would never have said that Palace fans would have any sort of not an issue with Mateta, but that he would cause as much frustration as you tell me he does. I just feel like he's a fabulous striker, but he is, every time he's missing a chance now, I'm seeing it and I'm like, oh, Jordan would be losing his head with this. Fahasari says, I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Yes, good lad, I'm a Liverpool fan as well. We're shit at the minute though, aren't we? Twisted Fate says, Berbatov made football look like a low-effort sport. Never sprinted, but he was magical. And Goliath says, Corky, you're international now. Don't mind if I do. Fahasari says, one day I'm a walk to Anfield, mate. Well, you better know how to swim if you're coming from Thailand. You have to be a bloody good swimmer. But hey, do it. Come to Anfield. Do it. You'll love it. Joe Story, are you still slot out? Shut up, Joe. Don't wind me up because you've had a bad day because Gateshead are out the FA Cup. Just to clarify for everyone watching, I am not slot out. I'm firmly slot in. Joe's just playing silly games. He's playing silly beggars. Ball out here. This is really good play from Smith Rowe. Here's Chukwueze. Fulham into the box. Good ball in. Chance. Off the bar. Must be. There you go. 2-1 Fulham. Oh, it's a great goal from Smith Rowe. This is absolutely top quality again. Fulham playing really well. And Fulham are back in... Well, they're not back in front. They're in front. They've come from behind to lead. Fulham are in front. Fulham in front. Look at the Palace defence. Gay is screaming at the ref. I don't know why. I don't know what's he having a go at the ref for? It's a lovely ball in from the left-hand side. Who is it who gets the header on it initially? It looks like a player arriving from deep. Gets the header on it, bounces off the bar, comes back down, and Smith Rowe volleys it in. Fulham are in front. Great play. It's just absolutely brilliant play. What are they crying for here, Fulham? Chukwueze could be offside, maybe. It's a good ball in. It's a great header. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. It's not handball. It's not handball. They're screaming for handball. If this gets given as a handball and it gets ruled out, and the bloody Brighton one was given, oh my God. It's a great header. It's Iwobi, I think, with the initial header, and then Smith Rowe on the rebound. You can't really do anything against that. You can't defend that, but this is what they're complaining about. He goes down. That is handball. That is handball. That is handball. That is handball, and it might be offside as well. This one's going to get ruled out. This one is going to get ruled out. He's offside for one, but Jimenez goes to grab the ball and touches it. It should be ruled out, this one, and I'm pretty confident it will be. Yeah, here we go. VAR, and it's offside. There you go. It's not anything to do with the handball, but the goal has been chalked off. Goal chalked off. For Hassari, says Thailand weed is free, mate. And Jordan, he's off. Good boy, ref. And Brendan says, why are you slot out? I'm not slot out. Joe, you were protesting outside Ellen Road last night with Anfield Agenda, pal. Don't lie. Twisted Fate says, Anfield Agenda looks like Lego piece 28125. I saw a video of him earlier where he was kicking off at someone, saying, I don't know. If you find the clip, he was like, I'll spin your jaw, mate. I'll spin your jaw because you've not got the balls to say it to me face. So if you ever did say it to me face, I'll fucking spin your jaw, mate, and I'll go through your mate next to you. And I was like, oh, fucking hell, all right, kid. Calm down, cock. Absolutely lost his head. But, I mean, to be honest, I feel like he does it mostly for clicks and rage bait. That's my opinion. I don't know. I'm sure he'll have his opinion on other people, but I don't watch him. Some people do and some people enjoy it, and that's absolutely fine. But to me, it's a bit rage baity, clickbaity. And that's his business, innit, at the end of the day. That's his business. That's what he does to provide for his family. So, who am I to knock him? But it's not my cup of tea. Shay says, when Liverpool are losing, Anfield Agenda is comedy gold. I know, but that's what I mean. For me, it's not sincere. That's my opinion with it. I don't feel like it's sincere. I feel like it's over-egged. But again, it's got to be over-egged because that's how you get a channel that size. It's the same with Goldbridge. Goldbridge has admitted it, though. I enjoy watching Goldbridge now because he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to play the game anymore. But that's what he talks about. Goldbridge says you have to play the game. You have to ham it up. You have to maybe say some things that you don't think, but you'll say them because they get a reaction. And if you get a reaction, then you get loads of views, you get loads of subscribers, you get loads of clicks, and you get loads of money. And that's what he's in the game for, ultimately. But it's just, I don't know, it's not my thing. To each their own, but it's not my thing. Shay says, I don't know if it's an act or what, but it's funny, and I think he's hilarious when he loses his head, not going to lie. Hey, listen, he's definitely got an audience, hasn't he? He's done very well. So I'm not knocking the guy, but it's just not my cup of tea. Jordan says, can't wait to see who comes up attacking-wise as Glasner hates all three attackers on the bench. Do you think he will put an attacker on? I guess that's the question. Do you think he will? Here's Wharton. Good play from Wharton. Mateta gives it away. Oh, Jordan. I can hear Jordan screaming at that one. Wilson. Back to Berger. Over to Chukwueze. Fulham. All over Palace here. Here's Chukwueze. Good run. Plays it inside. Oh, Palace are hanging on a little bit here. Hanging on. Jordan says, yeah, Devaney, striker, no doubt. I mean, he'll leave them all on for as long as he possibly can. If you look at the bench, who have Palace actually got on the bench? Who can they bring on to change things here? Eze, Devaney, Hughes, Lerma, Sosa, Uche, Cambo. There's only really Uche, isn't there? And Eze. Here's Mateta. Chance now with Pino. Good turn. Can't quite get it back through to Mateta. And now Fulham on the counter-attack the other way. Twisted Fate says, I mean, you both support Liverpool to be fair, key, but as a rival, I find it hilarious. Not so funny when United fan channels lose their head. Do you know what? I know, but do you know, you can tell, can't you? I'm sure. You can tell when you're watching a United fan channel. You must be able to look at it and think, what are you doing? Like, you don't. That's not serious. That's not sincere. That's you hamming it up for the camera, isn't it? Come on. I get it. I understand why you're doing it. I get it. Clickbait, rage bait. It's fine. I get it. But it's just painful to see when you look at it and you think, mate, it's just you're not Judi Dench. There's no need for the acts. Shay says, who was the Fulham manager before Marco Silva? I feel like he's been there forever. Fucking hell, I know, yeah. Who was the manager before Marco Silva? I feel like was it Martin Jol? Or someone like that? Who was it? Fulham manager before Marco Silva. He's been there a while, hasn't he? Scott Parker? Was it Scott Parker? Roy Hodgson? I don't know. They've all been around the same time. I don't know. Scott Parker it was. They've had Marco Silva, Scott Parker, Claudio Ranieri, Slavisa Jokanovic, Kit Simons, Felix Magath, Rene Meulenstein, and Martin Jol. Oh my God. Before that it was Mark Hughes and then Roy Hodgson. Carol, that's why I'm here, Key. Common sense being spoken. Very nice of you to say. And Twisted Faces, I 100% get what you mean. And Jordan, then there's this that don't have a consistent fan channel. Joe, I like expressions. The Spurs fan, he's a great laugh. And Adrian Berda, brilliant channel. This is very kind of you to say, mate. And listen, it's not me. It really isn't me. It's you guys. Listen, that sounds cheesy, doesn't it? I've just caught myself there saying that. But I do mean it. I don't mean it to come across how it comes across. It's not me. It's really all you guys. It is true though. It's nothing without you guys in the chat who are in here saying all the questions that I just sit in and read them out. To be honest, you guys do everything. But I'd like to get more people on. That's the plan going forward. I want to get people actually on the channel. I want to get some people actually joining, whether it be with audio, whether it be with video. I don't know, but maybe different segments of the live. Even if you only come on for 5-10 minutes. I'd like to get people involved a bit more, so it's not just me. Because I imagine at some point, people are going to get tired of me. So I'd like to get a few more people on. Jordan says, just want to see Ezzy warm up. And Brenda says, don't be patronising. I heard myself say it before I said it, mate. And it sounded patronising and cheesy, didn't it? And that's not me. But I meant it in a nice way. It didn't come out how I wanted it to come out. It sounded cheap and cheesy, didn't it? Oh, but it's true. It is true. Fulham out to the far side here. Throw in. All Fulham. Palace hanging on. Palace are struggling. I need to do my thumbnail for the Man United game tomorrow. Any ideas on who I should have as the thumbnail? The thumbnail players for Man United and Wolves. Who should we use? Jordan says Klein's not done too bad considering he's going to need a Zimmer frame in a few years. Yeah, Klein's a reliable enough player though, isn't he? Joe says at least you have a speech lined up for the Oscars, pal. I've got my suit as well, haven't I? Jordan, Uche, 60th minute. It's coming. Here's Chukwueze. Oh, that's a foul, ref. That's a definite foul. Oh, he's dived. And he admitted he dived. He got straight back up. Here's Mateta out to Pino. Mitchell's with him. Palace got a chance here if they get in the box. Is anyone going to give him any support? Anybody? No. Mitchell, all on your own, lad. Poor that from Palace. Sam says Strand Larson and Cunha as thumbnails. Let's do it. Strand Larson and Cunha it is, mate. I'll find pictures of both of them and they can be the thumbnails for tomorrow night. You've chose it, Sam. Brendan says Palace are very inconsistent at the minute. Terrible in the second half. Last week, v United too. Good ball in. Palace must be. Oh yeah, off the line. I think it was going just wide, but it was cleared away off the line, kind of. This is better, boys. Come on, Palace starting to play a bit more energy. Twisted Fate, Lando Norris has won the F1 World Championship. I don't even know who Lando Norris is. Genuinely, if you asked me to pick him out, if you said, Key, I'll give you £1 million if you can pick out Lando Norris in a lineup, I'd have no chance. I'd literally be doing it dip-do to try and decide who it is. Ben says, going back to Liverpool's, I can't believe Chiesa isn't getting any starts. Sure, an option on the right unless he plays Dom there again. Chiesa gets so much praise, and I can understand why, because he works tirelessly when he comes off the bench. But he is basically a very good impact player. He's not a player who starts games of football. And if I'm dead honest, mate, he admits that himself. Chiesa has literally said repeatedly himself that he is not a player that should be... Well, not that he's not a player. He is not physically or mentally ready to start matches. That was the words from Chiesa's mouth in the last couple of months. He's turned down multiple international call-ups from Italy. He's not ready. He's not ready to play and start regularly. Kamada and Pino behind Uche. Is Glasner on drugs? Eddie Nketiah off. Is he okay? Eddie Nketiah off. And Mateta off. So, Uche is up there now. And Lerma for Nketiah, Uche for Mateta. Canablair says, as a United fan, I can see Wolves getting their first win. Oh, if it's going to be a win, I can only see it being like a 1-0. I can't see it being... Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. If Wolves do win, it's going to be 1-0. Brendan, do you follow any other sports or just football? I haven't really got time. If you look, I mean, you can see how many games I do, mate. I'm live for usually 5-6 hours a day watching football. And then I have to do stuff after the lives have finished to make sure that I'm ready for the next lives. And before the lives are finished, I have to prepare as well and make sure I've got all the stuff that I need to get ready for the live. So I usually spend 8 to 10 hours every single day minimum just on doing 2 lives a day. So yeah, I haven't really got time. I don't really have any time to watch any other sports. But I quite like rugby league because I'm from St Helens. I don't mind a bit of rugby league. Cannabless, it's funny because it's true. And Shay, I'll guarantee you right now that Wolves win 2-1. Hey, these United fans are not confident. They're not confident. Jordan says, well, at least we know the plan now. Get corners and throws and hope. Well, Tolga is adamant that Crystal Palace are going to win this one. Kevin comes on for Emile Smith-Rowe. £40 million Brazilian wonder kid from Shakhtar Donetsk. Kevin. Appropriately named as well. It's a very Brazilian name, that, isn't it, Kevin? 92FC says your views are going up. Well, I don't want to jinx it. They've seemed to go all right the last few days, haven't they? Last couple of weeks. But we'll see. Still early doors. We'll see. Maybe it's YouTube finally getting wind that I was talking of quitting in January if things didn't improve. Oh, nearly 2-1. Uche with a touch. Claim for a corner. You're not going to get it. Yeah, I've been doing this nearly a year. So it would be a year in January. And I was going to quit in January. I still might quit in January. That's not me like dangling the carrot or anything. I genuinely might have to go back and do proper work again. But this has been my job for the last 12 months and I've loved it. It's absolutely brilliant. I love doing it. But yeah, I always said if things didn't pick up by January, I'd have to look at it again. But we'll see. If things are going okay. Twisted Fate says Lamans isn't letting in 2 against Wolves. This is it. I think it's only going to be 1, and I think it's probably going to be a really tight game, 0-0 for 60, 70 minutes, and then Wolves pinch 1 or United pinch 1. And if United pinch 1, they probably pinch 2 or 3, so it'll probably look a lot better. It'll look like a worse result than it actually is. Brendan says, hopefully a dribbly 96th minute Wolves winner tomorrow. Yes. And Shay says we have a chance to go into 5th with a win. You know what that means. United ain't winning. Well, that's what Gary Neville was saying. I was listening to the Gary Neville podcast the other day where he was talking about how every time United seem to have this little, a chance, they've got an opportunity to go into the top 4, they keep fluffing it up, don't they? They keep messing it up. Tony says, don't leave us, you're genuinely a good streamer. And mate, I love it. When I say finish, I probably would still do the occasional one. But it'd be around a full-time job. Do you know what I mean? And if you're doing a full-time job, you've not really got time to do all this. So it'd probably be an occasional thing. I probably wouldn't disappear off the face of the earth. But I wouldn't be live every day like I am currently. It might only be once a week. Or once every other week. Hopefully people would still come back, but I imagine not. It will be driving forward. Brendan says, are you thinking of giving it up because it's tough to make a living? Well, yeah, so that's basically what happened. Is me and my wife decided last year we kind of said, you know, what would happen if we actually just quit our jobs and decided to do what do we really want to do? What would be our dream job? And I was like, I'd love it if I could watch footy for a living. I'd love it. I wouldn't even mind if I didn't make that much. Like, I've done well in my life before. I haven't got a pot to piss in now, like I'm skint. But I'd just love to watch footy. It doesn't matter how much I make. Doesn't matter. Quite happy with just making a meagre amount. As long as my little girl can have beans on toast in the morning, she's fine. The weight's falling off me anyway. I can go without. But just a meagre existence is fine. I don't need anything special. I'm not after being famous or any of that stuff. But I said I'd love to do that. She said, oh, well, I'd love to do what she's doing, basically, which is something completely different, fashion-related, and it's not my thing, but she's doing well as well. So we said we'd finish for the year and we'd see how it goes. And January is the end of that year. So we're going to look at it and we're going to see how we've done and whether or not we want to carry on, whether or not we're jacking it in and seeing what happens. Shay, it's grown massively though lately, has it not? It's doing all right. It's getting better. And Twisted Fate, on a positive, you made it into my YouTube rap top 5 key, if that means anything to you. It means an awful lot. I love that. At least you keep... Listen, I must be doing something all right if I'm getting good people like yourselves. I'm not getting, bots. I'm not getting, randomers or whatever. It's good. It's the exact people who I want to be talking footy with. Good people who know the stuff, know their onions, different clubs, all different types of teams. I love it. Oh, hey, bloody hell. Oh, mate, you didn't have... This Shy Boy, very, very nice. Thank you for the super chat. You didn't have to do that. It's very, very kind. I'm not pulling at the heartstrings, I promise you. That's not why I'm telling you. But I really appreciate that, mate. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Adrian Burder says, apart from the Toon review, this is my go-to channel. Again, very kind of you. See, and this is it. It's a nice mix, isn't it? It's not, we're not a fan channel, we're not a Liverpool fan channel or a United one or whatever, because they all tend to be echo chambers. They tend to be kind of the same sort of noise, I feel. That's why I don't like Liverpool fan channels, because by the by, you get the same opinions and they just fester. Whereas at least in this one, I feel like we all challenge each other a bit. Do you think they're doing well? Well, I don't think we're doing that well. Or I think, Everton fans think they're getting Europe. You'll find out if you get in Europe here, because you get Liverpool fans and United fans scrutinising you. But that's very, very kind of you, this Shy Boy. I really appreciate that. And Vermont Green are now my second team. I'll get a Vermont Green shirt for behind me, for the shirt wall. I'll get a Vermont Green shirt. Why not? Vermont Green FC. Have they got a club shop? Is this actually playing on? Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's offside. Christ. As if that was playing on. Vermont Green FC. Have they not? Oh, they have got a shop. Let's have a look. Oh, I like that. I could do with that. The 2025 home kit. I'm going to get Yerba Madre. Is that what you're sponsored by? I'm gonna get a home kit. I am gonna get a Vermont Green home kit. Carla Blair says beautiful, and Brenda says, are you hoping that you'll be able to continue full time past January? I'm just seeing how it goes, man. I don't want to make any promises because I honestly don't know. I've not really thought about it because I don't want to overcommit. Don't want to overcommit. I'm just going to see how it goes. It seems to be doing quite well at the minute, but it might fall, it might dip, it might fly, it might be brilliant. If it does, then it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I'm pretty relaxed about it. As long as I've said this all along, people who've been on here before, as long as you wake up in the morning, you go like that, you're not touching wood, every day above ground's a win. So it's all good. I'm pretty relaxed how life goes. I'm happy. I've got my wife, I've got my little girl, got my family around me. I'm happy either way. But I'd love to do this. I would love it. Absolutely love it. I've worked really hard for the last year. So I'd hope there's something at the end of the rainbow. But if there's not, and I go back and get a job. I've worked in warehouses. I've worked 12-hour shifts. I'm working class. I'm as working class as they get. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If I go back and work again, I'm fine with that. Canna Blair says, I searched the game on YouTube and up you popped. I subscribed. Oh, thank you, mate. And Bryn says, that's really kind of him, Kate. It is. Mate, there's lots of really lovely people on here. Lots of lovely people. Yourself included, by the way, Bryn. Lovely, lovely people. Shay, do you actually want to do it full-time, though? Or are you finding it draining because you're missing loads of time with family on weekends? I don't actually miss that time with them, to be honest. That sounds awful. I don't miss the time. I stream on a night when my little girl's in bed. So I spend all day with her. Unless she's in school, in which case I'm here doing thumbnails and getting stuff ready for the stream on a night, and then I'll go and pick her up from nursery, from school at 3, 4 o'clock, whatever. Go home, chill out with her, have tea, make her dinner, play with her for a bit with my wife, and then I'll say, right, I'm off, babe, give her a kiss, put her to bed, and I go and do a stream. I go and watch footy. So I don't really miss time with any of them. It's great. On Christmas, I'm live on Christmas Day. I'm live on Christmas Day, and it's perfect, this. I'm watching the only game around the world that's live on Christmas Day, the Saudi Pro League, Al Ettifaq. So if you're lonely on Christmas Day and you want to watch a game of football, I'll be live for it. You can come and join me. I'll be sat here with my Christmas dinner. But I'm going to be watching that. And it only kicks off at about 5, 6 o'clock, I think, our time. So, yeah, the plan is that I'll have Christmas morning with my little girl. We'll do Christmas dinner together. And then at about 4:30-ish, I'll say to my little girl, right, go on, love, you go and do your thing, play with your toys. I'm getting off, and I'll go and watch a game of football with you lot. And to be honest, she'll be going to bed not long after I leave, and it's the in-laws around. It's my wife and the in-laws are there for me. So I'll be glad. Believe me, you'll be rescuing me on Christmas Day. But if you want to start, if you want to come and join me on Christmas Day, there might only be 2 of us in the chat. It might just be me and someone else from around the world watching the Saudi Pro League. Al Ettifaq it is. Gerrard and Henderson's old side. Genie Wijnaldum's still there. So I'll be watching that. And we'll be watching a game of footy together and maybe having some Christmas jokes and Christmas crackers. I don't know. Twisted Faces. I very rarely watch singular fan channels. I prefer multi-fan. I watch a few big ones, but very rarely watch Just United content because it's either just hella negative or hella positive. There's no in between. Hella. Love that word. Hella. 92FC says that the Tomb review started off slow, now they're flying. 5 years from now, you'll be in the same position. I hope so. But hey, like I said, it'd be wonderful if that's the case, but if it's not, then I'm glad that it happened. Adrian Burder says, sounded like King Kev then. I'd love it. I love it if we beat him. When you say that about a man like Stuart Pearce. Here we go. Here's Kevin flying into the box. He's got it away. Poor. Palace still much in charge here. Fulham pressing. But I think if anything, it's going to be a Fulham winner. Palace don't look like they're going to take much on the counter-attack here. Uche's not offering much. They've not got enough pace, really. I feel like Palace will be quite happy with a point. Fulham are certainly pressing. And Palace aren't able to hang on to it very long. Look at that. They're going direct, Palace. And as soon as the ball goes back to Fulham, it's too easy. Far too easy. Tolga thinks it's going to be Crystal Palace winner at the end here. I guess we'll see. At the minute, it doesn't look like it, Tolga. It looks like a Fulham win or maybe a draw. So if you're calling Palace to win this one, mate, then you've done very well. Your coding works. That's poor from Fulham and then poor from Palace. They can't. Neither of these two can hang on to the ball. Neither of them. Greg Bartlake says, check Sky Sports News. Arne Slot has been sacked in immediate effect. I don't believe you, Greg. I don't believe that Liverpool would be that stupid. But I will bite. I will bite, but I don't believe that that's the case. I don't believe that it's the case. No, what a surprise. You're wrong. You're wrong. Arne Slot sacked. I've never heard such nonsense, Greg. But hey, that'll help you sleep at night, won't it, Greg? You got me to check Google for a minute there. You little scamp. You wee scamp, you. Ginga says, who's been the better team? I'm jumping in and out. I'm at work till 7:30. Better team, I would say it's been Fulham. I think Fulham, they've had a goal ruled out, Fulham, and it was just offside, so it was probably the fair thing, but Fulham have been the better side. Palace don't look like scoring as we enter the final few minutes. Twisted Fate says, I do simple custom bodywork for hot rods as a job. Also includes mechanical work, but I love the logistics of custom bodywork more. Hot rods? What's a hot rod? Custom bodywork for hot rods. I don't even know what a hot rod is. I'm intrigued now though, mate. I'm very intrigued. Greg says, lad, come down L block, fight you, lad. Will you, Greg? You'll have to catch me. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm deceptively quick. Like shit off a shovel over 5 yards, me. After that, I'm like running in treacle, but you won't catch me over 5 to 10 yards. Like lightning. 99 pace over the first 10 yards. After that, if you've got durability, you're probably catching me. Reece says maybe it was a report from Slow Sports News, and Ben says check for Brizio just in case. Yeah, I'll check for Brizio. I'll bite. But it isn't. It isn't true. Liverpool do not sack managers 2 days before a game. So there you go. No, Timu Bakayoko, I'm determined to be back as early as January and accept a new club. That's the last thing posted by Fabrizio Romano. Nothing to do with Arne Slot. Shay says Fulham are 5-1 to win. That's worth 20 quid surely. And Jordan says we're shit. Adrian, someone wants to fight. Greg says L5 alive here, mate. 2-dogging my son. 2-dogging your son. 2 dogs la. Oh, great play from Will Hughes. Mitchell down the right hand side here, is it? Oh, good tackle. Really, really good tackle. Who is that? Is that Kevin? Oh, what a fabulous bit of defending from Kevin. You don't associate that with rogue under 21 Brazilian wingers, but there you go. Reese says Key has speed levels of Adama, and Ben says isn't a hot rod a VW Beetle? I've never heard of it called that. You might be right. I mean, I don't know anything about cars, mate. It's not my thing, but hot rod. I've never. I know the film Hot Rod. I love the film Hot Rod. Hot Rod, the film's fantastic. Ginger, who wants it? Who wants it? Who fucking wants it? And Twisted Fate, so we get a lot of customers with old F-150 pickups. We put them on an airbag suspension, new custom fenders, custom lighter, back beds, better engines, either for car shows or drag racing. Do you know what? My dad loves car shows. My dad absolutely loves car shows. I'd love to take my dad. An absolute like bucket list would be. It's not even for me. I'd love to take my dad to Barrett Jackson. There's a Barrett Jackson car show in America that he's always wanted to go. He sits and watches it on YouTube. It's sad, but he loves it. I'd love to take him to one of them. Callum says Kevin from Home Alone, and Shay says he's shit, Kevin. He's like Doku. Looks like he's getting electrocuted every time he gets the ball. And Jordan says, why does Iwobi sit so deep? I thought he'd be their main firepower. I feel like Fulham have kind of sat off a little bit. It feels like both sides. Does it look like both sides look a bit tired? It looks like they're both lacking a bit of energy, you know. Doesn't really look like they're... Yeah, it maybe looks like both sides are content with a point here. It's disappointing, actually, because if Fulham kicked on, if Fulham really went for it here, I think they could win it. Palace have taken off some of their best players, you know. Mateta's gone off and Ketty's gone off. They've not got Sarr. They've not got Munoz. They've lost that. They've not quite got that bite, Palace. They're lacking a little bit of bite. And they're flying down the left-hand side here. What a ball. Chance for Palace. Oh, it should have been 2-1. Uche's missed the sitter. It should have been 2-1 Palace. Uche's had a shocker. Oh, why is he sliding there? All he has to do is stay on his feet. No, that's poor. Poor that from Uche, Jordan. 92FC says, Anfield Agenda was offering a fan a fight last night. And is that the one where he says, I'll spin your jaw? He says something like, I'll spin your jaw. And I go through your mate as well. Poor Irish accent. That's your job. I can't do it. Greg, where's Les, Bean, and here? Oh, you're funny, Greg. You're funny. About as funny as a burning orphanage. Twisted Fate says 95 FC. Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. Here we go. Corner from Palace. It's going to be another corner. Little set piece routine. Chance for them to win it late on here. This could be an heartbreak if they end up scoring here late on. Corner whipped in. Header. Oh, it's 2. They've done it. They've pinched it. And it's Mark Gay. It's Mark Gay off the corner. Oh my goodness me, it's 2-1 Gay. Jordan's absolutely bouncing. It's 2-1 to Palace. They've nicked it in the 87th minute. Oh my life. Jordan, have that, you Scouse rats. He loves it here. Look at him. Look at him. Hey, that's what a true leader does. Salah. That's what a true leader does. They don't cry off and say, oh, you dropped me, you dropped me. No, you go forward and you score the winner. That's what a true leader does. Mark Gay winning it for Palace late on. I'll have him in January, mate. We'll have him in January. If he's, you know, it'd be stupid if he didn't want to come, but we'd take him. We'd take him. Michael Brown says, Key, get him for Liverpool. I don't think I've got much say in that, Michael. If I did, I'll back him. I'll have him. Twisted Fate says Iwobi, dagger incoming. There's still time. Still time for Fulham to pinch an equaliser. We shall see. We've seen late finishes in this league already. And Shay says, you dropped me. You sound like Andy Tate then. Andy Tate. Oh, he's so funny, Andy Tate, isn't he? You cry and you cry and you cry. You know, you try and you try and you try. These players, Jordan, he don't want to come to you. He wants Madrid. No, he doesn't. He wants to come to a proper club. Iwobi's gone off. Liam Manning says one of the best defenders in this league. He's all right. He's all right. That's poor. The flying Horluka says, bruh, I just want a draw. Look at Marco Silva. He's in bits here. He's in bits. And this shy boy says, I remember feeling bad for Gay when that move to LFC didn't materialise. I'd have liked it if he, he really sort of kicked on and did his thing, and said, I want to go to Liverpool. If he'd have put his feet down and said, put his foot down and said, I'm going, then they couldn't have said anything, really. Reese says, you're nothing. You're a fool. You're a waste of time. Good night. Sam, 167 viewers, only 45 likes. Come on, let's have a spike for Key. Please do. Yeah, I was going to say, late winner, please do us a favour. If you like this video, if you like this watch along, if you've enjoyed it at all, please do click like. It massively helps me. It takes you 2 seconds. And if you like this stuff, if you like these watch-alongs that I'm doing, my name's Key. Make sure you've followed and subscribed. I am live for Manchester United against Wolves tomorrow. Live for the Champions League on Tuesday and Wednesday night. Real Madrid against Manchester City Wednesday. Liverpool Inter on Tuesday. Thursday, we're going to be doing Palace again on Thursday. Palace are playing away at Shelbourne. And before that, we're doing Aston Villa away at Bâle in Switzerland. So it's going to be a really, really big week of football across Europe. Make sure you followed, make sure you've liked, all that good stuff. It's Devaney coming on for Palace. 6 minutes of added on time here. Fulham haven't got long. 6 added minutes. Brendan, are you doing any games tonight? I was going to do Napoli-Juve. I really was going to do Napoli-Juve, but I think I'm going to give it a miss. I've not eaten today. I need some tea. I need some tea. Here's Kevin. King Solbo, thank you very much. And Sam says you're growing, Key. Hey, we're trying. We're trying. Only with your help, Sam. You're in the trenches with me, mate. Oh, it's poor. Poor from Palace. Twisted Fate says, Sam, we are enemies tomorrow. Get in the chat. We'll get amongst it. It'll be a good laugh tomorrow, whatever the scoreline. And Cannabless liked. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much for that. Jeremy Pino's going off for Justin Devaney. And Tolga thinks there's going to be a third goal in this, and it's going to be for Palace. Fulham 1, Palace 3. Whew. Tolga's predicting a third. If you get that right, Tolga, Jesus Christ. I think there might be a few starting to turn on to Tolga. Tolga's tips. Jordan, the Pino Samba being sung. You love to see it. And here is Bassi. Fulham probing. They've still got maybe four minutes or so left. Liam says Wolves haven't won all season. Imagine they do it. And Twist, it would be the way. It'd be the United way to give Wolves their first win of the season. Fulham flying forward. Here's Berger. That's a foul, ref. Thank you, sir. That's a foul. Shay says it's going to be a Lukic winner. Sorry, Lukic equaliser. This shy boy says Gay and Isak had opposite approaches to their transfers and got very different results. I still think Gay's class and professionalism stood out. That's true enough. That is true enough. I think, to be honest, it's a little bit different with the Gay and Isak thing, just because with Gay, he knows that he will be in massive command. He's going to go to the World Cup, isn't he? He's going to go to the World Cup with England, and he'll be on a free. Before the World Cup, at the end of this season, he's captain Palace. They'll probably finish in the top half again. They'll be in Europe. He will be on a free. He will be absolutely top market. He'll be able to command whatever wage he wants, whatever signing on fee. It's massively lucrative to Gay. So he's not going to be that bothered about the fact that the Liverpool move didn't happen, because he knows there's another one. He knows that he'll have plenty of others waiting for him. It's going to be a corner, is it? No, goal kick. Goal kick. Lamek Limited says, who I've missed to watch the game. Good to see you, Callum Coyle. I've got Palace win. And then I win £100 key. Please hold on. Jordan, life lesson for whoever bet on Fulham, never back against the Glasner boys. Jordan, you said you was going to lose this. You're a Palace fan. You said you was going to lose this earlier on. Twisted Fate, Sam would also be the United way to sneak a win at 90+1. Oh, if Cunha scores the winner tomorrow for United, there's going to be some limbs in this chat. I'll tell you that. Liam Manning, is there a way that Gay signs a new deal? They are fourth, man. I don't see it personally. No, I think Mark Gay's going no matter what at the end of the season, just because the offers, the lucrative offers that he will have available to him will be far too much. Like, more than Palace can offer. Far more than Palace can offer. He'll be getting big money, and he'll be offered big money to join big clubs. Like, not to knock Palace, but Barcelona will be there, Bayern will be there, Liverpool, Arsenal, probably City, I don't know, they'll all be there. Like, he'll have his pick of the top European sides. He can go to wherever he wants and be paid relatively whatever he wants. He's going to be the most in-demand player in Europe at the end of this season. Jordan says we should have lost with that lineup. Palace are flying forward again here down the right-hand side. Ball in. They've got a chance here. Uche, foul, no. Ref says no. Shea, Cunha needs a big performance tomorrow, or I'd leave him in Wolves. He's been awful. Just one goal all season from Cunha. It's not been perfect for him either, has he? He's not escaped criticism. Oh, that's really poor. Fulham giving it away. That's so sloppy. Jordan, why would Gay downgrade to a mid-table side we've beat 3 times? Jordan, come on. Let's not go throwing shade. Mike says, pity Fulham, they did well. Yeah, it's not a great finish at the end here for Fulham. I feel like they was too timid. Again, at 1-1, Palace push on, Fulham don't. Fulham sit back. The game was there to be won, and Fulham didn't quite seize the opportunity. 30 seconds left. Fulham's last chance here. They're going to pump it long. Pump it long into the box. Here's Kevin. Oh no, straight out of play. You've got to do better than that. Glasner's cheering. He knows the team are nearly there. They've nearly got it. Nearly 3 points. Very close to 3 points. Well, there you go. 3 points. Fulham 1, Crystal Palace 2. Big win that at Craven Cottage. You don't get many teams winning at Craven Cottage. It's a tough place to go. But Oliver Glasner's men there, they've gone and they've done it without Munoz, without Sarr. Mateta coming off the pitch. It's a big win that. Mark Gay getting the winner at the end. A really important win, and a massive thank you to everyone who's watched, who's followed. Thank you. If you can, give me a like, give me a follow. I'm live tomorrow night. That's the next time I'm live. Manchester United away at Wolves. It'll be a huge game in the Premier League, that one, at both ends of the table. Huge game. Brendan says, I get what Salah did is not right, but from his point of view, he's sitting watching Gakpo continue to play dog shite. Salah was dropped before McAllister. The thing is, Gakpo has been dropped as well, though. Gakpo has been dropped as well, and McAllister was... We've not really got many options, have we, in midfield? There's not really anyone else that can play. We've got Curtis Jones, and Curtis came in and did well. He finally dropped McAllister. Curtis came in, did well. I don't think McAllister plays ahead of him again, I don't imagine. But, yeah, Gakpo has been dropped. And in fairness, Gakpo's Liverpool's top scorer and top assister. So, yeah... Salah, absolutely not right. Salah is shouldn't wear the Liverpool shirt again for me. That's how strongly I feel. But listen, we'll cover all that tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a lovely Sunday night, whatever you're doing. I'm going to go and watch Napoli against Juventus. I'm not going to be live for it, but I'm just going to have a little... Might even have a little whiskey. Might have a little whiskey and watch Napoli v Juventus tonight. And I will be back tomorrow for Manchester United away at Wolves. What a huge game that is at Molineux. Thank you very much, Adrian. Lots of love to Brendan, everyone, Tolga in the chat. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take it easy.